So, good afternoon, students. So, uh, we are back after in between some of the classes being taken by Dr. Atul Gupta, and he has taken your measures of central tendency. And what I have the feedback I have got from Dr. Atul that he has completed the measures of central tendency, and from the next class he will be taking up your uh, measures of dispersal. So we have been left with one of the topic which I have promised you to take in between, and that was graphical presentation of data. So today we will be having our practical class on graphical presentation of data. Again, just to remind you, we have one window for the chatting. So if you find any difficulty in between, you can write from your YouTube chat box whatever difficulty you face. So I will try to solve it out at the same time. Then in one window you are having we are having the practice questions here on the top left side corner, and I have placed one snap of already prepared graph. So I will be telling you today that how to make these graphs today. And in this context, the lowermost window on the left side is from your practical manual. So this particular exercise you are having on your page number 19, and this from this page number 19 we will be taking, there are in total three questions from graphical presentation of data. So by changing the data I will be taking up these questions. So you have to do in your homework or your practical manual the questions which has been given to you as an assignment. So today we will be taking up this graphical presentation of data. One more announcement. I have seen that in attendance, this Akansha has again placed her attendance before time. So in case you have put your attendance before time by mistake, so you have to put your attendance back again during the stipulated time. Then only we will be converting it into the present. So it is not like that in before time you have put your attendance, so you will be marked present. So what you have to do, if by mistake you did attendance before time, then again you have to put your attendance between the time which has been given to you. Then we will just cross check it that you were there during that time. So then we will mark it. So I have marked present for Akansha today. Okay. But you take care and try to mark your attendance only between the time. Okay. So today we will be taking up graphical presentation of data. And in this graphical presentation of data, what today we will be taking up is, one is we will be talking about the histogram. Already the theoretical aspect of these things has already been covered. So one we will be taking up is histogram. Then we will be taking up your frequency polygon, how to make a frequency polygon. Then we will be taking up your frequency curve. Okay, we will be taking up frequency curve. Then we will be making your formula. Okay, in these three questions. And from this histogram, we will be learning that how to calculate the mode from a histogram, and we will be learning that how to calculate graphically the median from the formula. Okay, so this much we are going to do today, and I will be taking up these questions further. Okay, so in question number one, it has been given here that construct storygram. Why storygram? Already told to you that when it is one side it is time duration is there, and on other side if it is number or the frequency or the values, then it is called as histogram. To construct histogram for the following data is related to the expenditure and income statement in different years. Actually, okay. So we have different years, that is 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 17. And accordingly, we have income in rupees about 21, 25. Then we have 28. Then we have 32. Then we have 35, 38, and 48. And we have expenditure 5 lakh, 6 lakh, 8 lakh, 11 lakh, 14 lakh, and 20. So what we have been assigned is that we have to replace how. So as a practice question, what I have done is that I have taken here same has been given to you, but I have taken this number. So I will not be taking up this. Okay? Number means this is the expenditure in lakhs. So uh, the income part you have to reduce. So how to do that? Let us do. So I will be using one graph paper here. Okay. And in this graph paper, what we have to do is we have to make the two axes. And before making the two axes, what we should do is that we should understand that how what is the range of the data. So your range starts from the 5 lakhs and goes up to the 20 lakhs. So what we can do is that we can have an interval of we should have at least up to 20. Okay. So we will be starting from say for example 0. So I will be here to point 0, then it will be 2, then it will be 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 20, and 30. Okay. So have to mark a line, just line. I will just draw a line. So this is the line. And this constitutes the y-axis. So from here it is 0, and this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 18, 20, and 20. Okay, so like this. And what this actually refers to is the expenditure in lakhs. Expenditure. So similarly, we will be making one x-axis also, starting from this 0, and represent the different years. Okay, so I will be starting from here, mark a line. So this is our x-axis, and say for example, uh, the first one is taken from here. So it will be 2011, 1000. Okay. So now we have to see that in 2011 the expenditure was 5. So 5 will come here. Okay. So in graph, what you can see is that when we are making diagram, we have to take help of scale and other things to the point. But it is very easier in graphs to make this histograms and frequency plots, and we are quite accurate because already these grid lines are available, and each grid is divided into 10. Okay, so accordingly we can calculate the least count of our each smallest box. So here it is 5. So we have seen that it is 4, it is 6. So in between is 5. So I have marked here. The first bar go from here to how much? It has been given as 5. Okay. Then in 2012 it is given as 6. So 6 is here. Okay. What we have to do is we have to start from this only. These histogram and histogram, these are not apart. So these has to be simultaneously, one after the other. Six. Then in 2013 it is 8. So then again expand this up to 8. So this bar will represent the value 8. Okay. So similarly, then for 2014 it is 11. So 11 will be here. Okay. So to extend it similarly the another line and this will be here 11. Okay. And in 2015 you have 14. So 14 will be here. Likewise you have to go and you can mark it as P. Okay. And the title can be given. So finally once completed, this graph will look like this. Okay. So I have already prepared it, show it to you. That is the title of the graph is expenditure statement during different years at a Deriva. Okay. On this y-axis we have from 2022. On x-axis we have 1000, 2011, 2012, 2013. Some of the students are asking that questions ask how to draw histogram. Yes, histogram and these are same. Okay, there is not much difference between the two. The only thing is that in histogram, on the x-axis, this x-axis, we take time as one of the components. It tells you that with time how the things are being changed. That is known as history. Okay? So even this type can make this histogram. There is not much difference between the histogram and the histogram. Right. But in histogram, you can very well take on x-axis the different values also. Say for example, milk yield you can take that this to this much of milk yield, this to this much of. And in histogram, the class intervals are continuous. But here I am showing this as discrete. Okay. And even you can make it like a bar diagram also. This histogram. Okay. These in both ways these can be created. Okay. Right. So, this was asked by Ankit Koshe. Okay. So, I think his doubt is clear. Okay. The only thing, one of the requirement of histogram is that on x-axis we have to have the time, and that is why it tells about the history of the data, that how the data is with time. That is in this particular question, We have 2011, we have 5 lakh expenditure. Then in 2012, we have 6 lakh expenditure. Then, rightly said, he has told that we have to plot the expenditure and income on the same graph. Of course, uh, this can be taken up on the same graph, and he has rightly said, but I have not taken up the second part. That is why I am telling you that you have to make it your own, your practical manual. Okay, only the one thing I am taking up, that is the expenditure in lakhs. But when you will be making this, so you have to take both the things side by side. That is, you have to take this income and expenditure side by side. And you can make a distance between the two bars also. Not necessary that like histogram you have to make this. In histogram, you can take some definite distance between them. Okay. So I think now your problem is okay. So both things you have to take up. Okay. I have taken up only the expenditure, but in your practical notebook, you have to take expenditure and income both. Fine. So there is no other question from the question number one. So we can move ahead. Of course, if you still face any difficulty in this particular, so you can post your question. I will take it. Now we will be taking up the second question, and this second question reads: the practical is like construct histogram, frequency polygon, frequency curve, and find the value of mode for the following frequencies. Okay? The frequency distribution has been given to you, and I will be taking up this particular question. But what I have done is that in this question particularly, I have changed the this data shows you the dry period in days and the number of cows on a farm. Okay? So in this particular, if you see that the data given in your manual and the data I have taken is different. Okay. So in this particular, this I have taken 4, 8, then 14, then 16, then 22, then 18, then 13, and then your 10. So I will be making a frequency polygon, frequency curve, and find out the value of the mode of the curve. Okay. So what we have to do is next question we will see that on one side we have to take the number of hours. One side we have to take the number of hours, and on the other side we have to take the continuous frequency distribution, that is the dry period in days. Okay. So basically, now we will be constructing this. So we have to see that what is the upper limit and what is the lower. Again, 22 is the upper limit and the 4 is the lower. We will be taking the difference of 2 t. So it will be 0 here, and at a difference of this will be 2, 4, 6, and 8, then 10, then 12, then 14, 20, 20. Okay. So now just draw the line of the y-axis, and this represents what? This represents number of counts. This represents number of counts. Now on this x-axis, making the line first, and can start from this here. That is, the first one is 45. Okay. Then the second one is and the one of 5. Then one is this one is and one is 70. Then comes here 75. One is and then so in the first class, that is 45 to 50, so it will come up to here. In the first class only. Then so first class is from 45 to 55, and this is how much? 4. Okay. Then from 50 to 55, it is 8. And it is 8. Okay. Right. Then from your 55 to 60 is 14. 14. When you are 60 to 65 is 16. Like this, you will make the bar. So this is, and then 67 to 70 is 22. Okay. So 67 to 20, 70 is 22. Yes. That's the maximum number. Okay. 2. Then is your 70 to 75 is 18. 70 to 75 is 18. Then your 75 to 80 is 13. And then from 80 to 85 it is 10. And so how to calculate your mode from this? Okay. So this is one of your question. So I have taken the red pen here. So what we have to do is that we have to connect the upper side of the bar from the upper class interval of the highest class to the upper side of the bar at the upper side of the class interval. That is, you have to connect this point with this touch this point with this point. Okay, and similarly connect this point with the next class. Okay, so it will intersect at a point, and this you have to draw on the axis. Now, if from 65 to 70, there are 5 points and 10 blocks. Okay, so each block will be of zero point 0.5. Two blocks will be of 1. So here it is 66, then 7, and then 68. So your 68 comes out more. When you will be drawing, so you will get similarly code. Now, how to make a frequency polygon? So, for making a frequency polygon, what you have to do is you have to point out the middle points of your each bar. Okay, these are the midpoints of your bar, and then you have to join all these midpoints using the scale. Join it in all the points. So, this will make your frequency polygon. Okay, so this line constitutes your frequency polygon. Okay, now I think it is quite clear that how to make a histogram, then how to find out the mode using the histogram, then how to make a frequency polygon. Okay, it is just by joining the midpoints of the bar. Now we will be making a frequency. The difference between the frequency curve and the frequency polygon is that the frequency curve starts from the x-axis, that is the one thing, from the lowest class interval up to the highest class interval, class limit. Then second thing is frequency curve is drawn freehand. Instead of drawing it with a scale, we have to make it with a freehand. Then in frequency curve, it is not necessary that all the points are covered, but the curve should need to be have some symmetry. And second thing, in a curve, there should not be a elevated point. That is, in polygon, you can have arms. But in polygon, you should not have arms. It should be continuous line, starting from one place to the other. I have just drawn this frequency polygon here. You can see it here that it starts from this 45, this line, this line, and it goes up. Okay, goes up just must from percent. So it is a continuous line, and it need not to touch all the midpoints. And the frequency curve generally covers the area of the area of the. Okay. So this is how you can make a frequency curve. The only thing is you have to draw it using a freehand, and there should be no arms. So this completes your second question. So in this your second question, we have learned that how to make a histogram to continuous class intervals. Okay. Then we have learned that how to calculate the mode through graphical method. When I was teaching you the theory classes, I told you that when we will be taking up this uh, practical classes, so there I will be telling you that from this histograms how to calculate this, and from the OB how we can calculate it. Your next question is about the form. Okay, so we will be doing this question, third question now. So what it reads is third question. Third question reads: construct a cumulative frequency curve and find the value of median for the following frequency. So OGIV is also known as frequency cumulative frequency curve. So either you say cumulative frequency curve or you have the same thing. So what we have to from this data, we have a data on the milk in liters, and we have a data on the number of cows per farm. So now we have to find out the median value. Median we have already learned the measures of central tendency. So I have left at the time of theory because we were about to learn about these measures of central. So median, when you arrange the data in ascending order, so you the middle value of the data is known as the, but this is a group data. So how to find out the median of a group data? Cumulative. That is our next. So again, I will be in this question. So basically, before doing this question, we need to do certain calculation. And what are those calculations is that when we are doing this cumulative frequency curve, cumulative frequency curve. So I have just made one practice question for you people. Okay. So the milk yield class interval remains the same for you. That is milk yield are 0 to then 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, then 8 to 10, then 10 to 12, then 12 to 14, and 14 to 6. Okay, so these are the values now, and we have the number of counts available with us is frequency. Number of counts are 3, then 6, then 10, 15, 20, 14, 7, and 12. Okay. So now we are going to make a cumulative frequency curve. How to do that? First of all, what you have to do is we have to make a more than and less than, calculate the less than and more than cumulative. So for calculating a less than cumulative frequency, what we have to do is we have to Find out first of all the upper limit. What is the upper limit of this class interval is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16. So what will be the less than cumulative frequency? So it will be 3, then 3 plus 6, 9. Okay. So then comes your plus 10 is 19, then is 30. Okay. Then comes your 54, comes your 60, comes your 79, and then comes your 86. Okay. Then we have to find out the more than. For that we have to first find out the lower limit, and then in that lower limit, that is the lower limit is 0, 4, 8, 10, 12. What this less than frequency says, how many buffaloes are giving less than 2 liter of milk? 3. Less than 4 liter of milk? 9. Less than 6 liter of milk? 19. Less than 8 liter of milk? 34. Less than 10 liter of milk? 54. Now in this lower limit is the more than. So the first will be the 86. That is all the buffaloes will be above 0 liter. Okay. Then what we have to do is next we have to minus this cumulative frequency, less than cumulative frequency from this value 86. So 86 minus 3 comes out to be okay. So this will be your next more than. Then in the next column, what you have to do? 86 minus 9. This 9. Okay. So 86 minus 9 will be 77. Then 86 minus 19. 86 minus 19 will be then 86 minus 34. So 86 minus 34 will be 52. Then 86 minus 54. So 86 minus 54 will be 32. Then 86 minus 68. So that will be 18. And then 86 minus 79. That will be your that. This is how you can calculate the more than. So that is from 86 you have to minus this less than frequency. So you will be getting your next more than. What does it mean? How many buffaloes are there giving greater than 0 liter of milk? 86. Okay. How many greater than 2 liter of milk or more than 2 liter of milk? 80. Somebody asked how many buffaloes are giving more than 12 liter of milk? 18. How many buffaloes giving more than 14 liter of milk? 7. So this is how we calculate the less than and more than. Now we have to draw a frequency curve of this less than cumulative frequency and more than okay. And on the one side, number of cows will be there in terms of cumulative. So what is the highest value? Highest value is 86. Okay, and lowest value uh, is 3. Okay, so from 3 up to the 86. Okay, so on this y-axis we will be going more than 86. Okay, and on x-axis we have to take this continuous class interval of milk. So to do and to do 4. Okay, so I will be telling you that how to do this. So we are having this graph paper arcing at the interval of 10. So if this is 0 and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70, and now you can just draw your y-axis. Okay. Somebody is saying it is 77 instead of 74. I think I have written 77 only. 74. I have not wrong. I have taken 77 only. Okay, no problem. I will just move ahead. Okay. If you are still having confusion, you can just write it. Okay. I will look into it. What is the confusion? Joya Mishra was writing that it's 74, 27. So let me know. I think we are right. 77 I have written in more than 3. So draw this y-axis line. So this is y-axis have made, and these are number of tau. Now similarly, what we have to do is okay. So yeah, this you should understand. You have said rightly. When we are doing this more than cumulative frequency, then every time we have to minus this cumulative frequency from 86. Not like this that when we will be calculating for the next, it will be is 83 minus 9. No, it will not be 83 minus 9. It will be 86 minus 9. Okay? Then in next it will be 86 minus 19. Then it will be 86 minus 34. This is how we calculate the more than. This is a shortcut method. Otherwise, other way is that what you can do is if you are calculating for this more than frequency, then you have to add all the frequencies up to this. It will come out to be 86. If you are calculating for this place, this 2 to 4, then you have to add all the onward frequencies. So the sum will come out to be 80. Okay. Then if you are calculating for 4 to 6, then you have to add all these from 10 up to the 7. Then this will come out to be 5. Or other way is that from this 86 you minus 3. So it will come 83. Then again from 86 you minus this 9. Then this 77. Then from 86 you minus this 19. So 77. This is how it comes. So it is not like that every time this value will answer. So I think now your doubt is clear and you have asked a very relevant question. So this in this when we are calculating more than frequency, then we have to minus these cumulative less than cumulative frequencies from 86. That is the total frequency, not from the subsequent. So when we will be just now drawing your x-axis. Uh, Hello. Uh, okay. So resuming that. So this is from 0. Now this is your x-axis. And this is your x-axis represents you what it represents? Milky. Okay. So if it is 0, then this will be 2, this will be 4, okay, this will be your 6, this will be your 8, then this will be your 10, or 12, 14, and then 16. Fine. So now we have the values available with us, less than frequency and the more than frequency. So this particularly less than frequency we have calculated. These are the value, that is upper limit is 2 and the cumulative frequency is 3. Okay, this upper limit is 2, the cumulative frequency is 3. So this 2 and up to 3, that each box here, this one, each box here constitute 10 gradations. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So it will be here, first mark at 3. Okay, so this will be your 3. Okay, then next one, if you see at 4, it is 9. Okay, so at 4, we will be having 9. Okay, then at 6, it is 19. So at 6, it is 19. Then at 8, it is 34. 8, it is 34. Somewhere here. Okay. Then at 10, it is 54. So 10, it is 54. Here. Then at 12, it is 68. 12 is 68. Then at 14 is 79. 14 it is 79. Okay. And then at 16 it is 86. 16 it is, okay. These are the values. Now what we will be doing, we will just join this line. Okay. Then now we will be constructing your more than frequency. Okay. So more than frequency, it starts 0 is 86. So at 0, 86. Okay. Then at 2 it is 83. So 2 it is 1, 2, and 3. It is 83. Okay. Then at 4 it is 77. It is 77. Right. Then at 6 it is 67. 6 it is 67. Right. Then 8 it is 52. 52. Right. And at 10 it is 32. 10 it is 32. Then 12 it is 18. 12 it is 18. And then at 14 it is 7. 14 it is, And now we have to join this is there. Right. Yeah. I will just write the points. Fine. And where these two points intersect is the point of your so it is 8 to 10 are 2, one will be point 2. So 8.2, 8.4, 8.6, 8.8. So it is almost 8 point. The 8.8 is the speed. And this x-axis represents what? This represents here. So this is how you make the object. Okay? And this is all from uh, today's class. Okay, that how to make a object less than frequency and more than frequency, and how to calculate the need. So this completes your graphical presentation of data. And in this graphical presentation of today's class, we have learned about this object, okay, and how to calculate this median from this. Then we have learned about the histogram, construction of histogram, then construction of frequency polygon, and then frequency curve, and how to calculate the mode from the graphical presentation. Then we have also learned about the this historical. Okay, and I have cleared one confusion also. You have to make for income and expenditure. No one. So if there are no further confusions are there, so thanks for being with us. And this is all from today's class. There will not be a second session of the practical. So this completes the presentation of data. From your next classes, Dr. Atul Gupta will resume with the practical part and the theoretical part. And one more announcement is there. I have earlier also told you that there will be a surprise test, a graphical presentation of that. Okay, so you should be prepared for that, and we will not be announcing the dates. That can happen on any class, okay, on any day, and it will of course be of multiple choice type. That will be fill up, matching, and this MCQs. Okay? And either their combination or either they can be asked. Okay, so thank you very much for this practical class, and special thanks to Mr. Ankit Kaushik and Shreya Mishra for asking your doubts, because until unless you ask your doubts, I will not be in a position to understand where you are going in direction. So thanks for having a conversation.